Welcome to yet another video. Today we're going to cover a retail sector stock for India market, and it's going to be a very interesting video. Watch till the end, because what we're going to cover is what is this company all about, the business model. We'll cover the technical analysis, fundamental analysis, so you get a complete view of this company. And this company is on the verge of giving a multi-year breakout, and it has a lot of meaning if you are into investing world. Stay till the end, and let's get started. So let me share my screen, and what I will do is go through the company name as well. Just 1 minute. Just give me a minute. I'm just gonna share my screen. All right. Okay. The stock which we're gonna be talking about today is Godfrey Phillips. Okay. There we go. So the company name, I hope you can see that now. So the company which is we're going to talk about is Godfrey Phillips, and their recent quarter result has been net sales has been 974 crores, and out of that, the if you look at it here, let me grab my pen so that it's easier. So they're they're focusing on the cigarette products, and those people who are don't invest in sin stocks, probably they should, probably this video might not be helpful. I know some of my friends don't invest in sin stocks like alcohol or stocks in the cigarette segment, so apologies for that. But others who are okay with that can continue watching. So their sales, out of the 974 crores, you can see the 68% comes from the domestic market through Marlboro and other brands, and they have international brands which they do contract manufacturing as well, and they process the tobacco leaves. And very interesting is non-tobacco business, which is where they're diversifying, and they have the 24/7 convenience store, and they have a confectionary business as well. So those who are familiar with it in the northern part of India, in New Delhi, will be aware of that. So they're kind of diversifying, which is great. So this is the company which I want to talk about today. So before we move further, I want to make sure that you are abiding by the disclaimer, because it is important. I'm not a registered advisor, so whatever I'm sharing here is a journal advice warning. So please, I'm not considering your personal situation. I'm just sharing for the knowledge purposes. Please do your own due diligence or talk to your financial advisor and consider your personal objective before making any action or a decision on this. Thank you so much. And if you're new to this channel, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you get notified more such videos. And thank you for staying here. And let's get into it. Now, let me first, before I jump into the other details, let's try and look at the stock. And by the way, last week I released this video, two powerful stocks to watch for next week for India market. And I want to quickly tell you that one of the stock, which is Ace Construction, done really well. It was up almost, let's see, that was, this is a monthly chart. So let me get a weekly chart. So in week, it has gone up almost 11%, which is fantastic. So I can see it as was 31 rupees, which is 10.45% up. And the other one was a transformer rectifier, which kind of have had a 7% down week. But again, this was in my watch list, and it was away from moving averages as well. Do watch out that video. I'll leave you the link here, so that way you can get benefited from that. But still, it is a long way to go. And so let's look at the stock here. Let's look at the chart analysis for this, and then we go to fundamental analysis. Now, as you can see here, this is a trading view platform, and if you are new to this, if you have not set up that, you can go to this link, sbhatia.co/trading view, and create your free account. Now, stock has given a decent run up recently, right? So as you can see here, almost from here, it has gone up like 44%. So obviously, it's a bit stretch at this moment of time, and I wouldn't venture at the moment because it's far away from 10 weeks and 30 weeks moving average also. And the volumes are very good, decent. But what is important is if I go into the monthly chart, you can see the stock is now uh, on the verge of almost, I'll say, 83 bars, 83 months. And now you can calculate for 83 months is trying to now come and touch that price, which was 83 months away, which is almost like in December 15 and now November. So it's almost 7 years of breakout, which is significant, and we need to watch out how this breakout comes in. And let's look at the history. Last time, stock has always been has been in sideways, move up, sideways. So you have to look at the history as well. But again, this stock is evergreen stock, so we'll go through the financials as well, so you get benefit from there and understand their financials as well. And because they're trying to diversify into retail sector, this stock seems to be in an interesting juncture. Because, and we'll go through some of the commentaries from the uh, recent quarterly reports as well. So let's look at the financials of this. Let's go to the BSC website and go through some of the financials of this. Now, as you can see, the market cap of this company is 8,432 crores. And the free float, which is important because stock to move up quickly is important, because if free float is low, then chances of having a good run up, which is already 40% run up in last couple of weeks, his free float is only 2,200 crores. Now P is sitting at 8.33, so it doesn't look very expensive. ROE is almost double digit, is close to 17%. It's into cigarette tobacco products. I've told you it's part of the BSE 500, and it's close. It's trading close to the 52-week high at the moment, and EPS is 84.48. Now, let's look at some of the financials of it. Probably that'll give you a clear picture what's happening here, why the share is running up. Because I always believe the price uh, price always follows the performance of the company, right? So it is a slave of the performance of the company, and in kind of an initial you can't just justify the price rise when the company is not performing, so you have to be careful. So price always tend to follow the performance, and that is already shown on the results as well. And you can see here this is an annual trend, and I can quickly look at the quarterly trend as well, so you will be able to see the quarterly wise. This is there, but let's focus on annual trend for last from 2018, right? And what is important here is to note is their income has been consistent, almost like from 2800 2500 3000, so 3215 crores. What is important here is their net profit margin from low single digit or mid single digit 5% or close to 6%. They're almost more than doubled, and that is what seems to be they've kind of managed their product mix such a way they're able to generate the good net profit margin, and with the little increase in the sales, and I think operating lever has kicked in as well, and the EPS from 30 rupees has gone to 83 rupees. So which is fantastic, and that's where you can see the margin levels have gone up. So net profit, which was almost 160 crores, it's sitting up in 431 crores. And their interest expenditure is very low, which is around 33 crores, so which is nothing to worry at this point. um, so that's kind of an Alvin trial, so keep a watch on it. Let's look at the shareholding pattern. um, so 72% is with the promoter, so which tells that the low float is, as you can see here, 72% is with the promoter, and public only holds 27%, right? And there's yeah, So let's look at some other details. So we can quickly go through the screener dot in, so to get to see what's going on. What are the pros of the company? Company has been delivered a good growth for last 5 years, and company has maintained healthy dividend payout. The company has, last 5 years, poor sales. So sales has been, as you can see, has not been great, and their return of equity has been low, 13.8, but which is improving. And some of the companies which are in the same sector is ITC, VST Industry, Golden Tobacco, NTC. So Godfrey Philip is also looking very cheap from that perspective, and the market cap is also second best from the ITC. And again, the ROC levels are 16 point, I think. So there is a room for improvement as compared to VST, which is 42%, which is the best in the business at the moment. And we can look into other charts as well and see what's happening with the both. ITC, as you know, has been doing very well. So all the we look at the VST as well and see where we're standing on that. So at least we know. And there. So we covered the EPS. Last 10 years, the compounding growth is 9%, 5 years 22, 3 years 20. So far, it's 8%. So looking, there is some growth here. So keep that in mind. So it is going to be a slow growth. That's why I said evergreen stock, which is very important to note, because you're not going to expect big moves for the stock. But once you have the opportunity to add these stocks at every decline, this way you can actually capture for the dividend income, and also to some extent a decent capital growth. And so if you can see, the stock is like has been sideways for such a long time and now moving up. So keep a watch on this stock. Now let's quickly see what's the investors here. Yeah. So it's important to understand the promoters are almost 72.83, and FIRs have gone up, which is no, gone a little bit down, tad bit, which is 9.87, and the DIs are also 1.16, so which is not very concerning at the moment. Let's now look at the some of the details of the company. Uh, So, company, as you know, this company is into tobacco business. So, as I said, that I've shared with you that there's domestic business, international business, and their retail business. So that is their core uh, business segment, which is simple. Now, they are one of the leading FMCG companies in India, with flagship company of KK Modi. Those who don't know about KK Modi, the Modi groups used to be one of the very big group. They have a township by name Modipuram between Delhi and Meerut, and also Modi Nagar, which is also, sorry, Modipuram is almost in Meerut, and well, you go to Haridwar, and in between there's a Modi Nagar, which is where all the Modi group used to be there, because I'm very, very close to it, because I've grown up in Modi colonies, because my dad used to work for Modi Steels. And now, and that way I'm very close to understanding Modi group. So most of their businesses, and they moved to educational businesses, and all the factories have closed down. They are into diversified tobacco, chewing product, convenience stores, and confectionery, which I mentioned to you. Their credit rating is good, and they're stable for long-term perspective. And they have got various certifications, which is good to have for such company. Now, I want to cover up. So, one of the key promoters of it is Dr. Beena Modi. Now, Beena Modi's credentials, as you can see here, she was considered one of the India most powerful women as well, and she is part of various other chairperson of Modi Enterprise, Godfrey Phillips, and other Indofil and other ventures. And and one of his son, who's also part of this, and his name is Samir Modi. Now, Samir Modi is what important to note is that he is also his brother is Lalit Modi, and some of you already know that he was a former administrator of IPL, and so keep that in mind. And he was also chairman or vice president of Modi Academic International Institute. I have studied in Modi in my primary education years, so that's why I'm more close to this one as well. So now, where are the growths? They're looking, so the future growth is looking bright at the moment. Their focus will be target new markets in cigarette area, and focus on international business, and focus on in the core. So sustain growth momentum across all the markets. Prepare to base for the quantum jump. Again, you have to take with pinch of salt, but you have to track what businesses are coming, how the quarter on quarter revenue growth is happening, and also the price action, because we believe in price action, and also at the same time the results coming in every quarter. So I'm going to follow that through. And the Philip Morris International is what their partnership is. So they distribute Marlboro brands in India, and recently, they launched 64 pocket filter peak geography, and they're going to export market to enhance their own brands, so they have their own brands, and they'll be also focusing on the retail space for 24/7. I think they're just in the concept of 7-Eleven. Those who have been abroad understand that 7-Elevens are kind of a convenience store, so they're kind of going with the same approach, which I think has um, a good future, and that's where I'm a bit excited about it. So moving on to the other part, so this is building existing contract manufacturing export market for tobacco. So there will be own brand cigarette, unmanufactured tobacco, and contract manufacturing. That's what they do under this. And this is their confectionery. So this is their TFS, which is their 24/7 chain. So they have around 107 stores, and confectionery they have this Goli, Emily Naturals, and Funda Seed. So their sales is around 30 crores, and they are having 800 exclusive distributors and 9,000 strong field force. And as you know, there are the different flavors to it, and that's also growing market. So I love they're trying to diversify. That's something, and which is very also important, is that they are trying to open a large scale cloud kitchen concept, which is also kind of in trend, because of having those kitchen hub where they can prepare an ready to eat food item, which is something you have to watch out for. I think this will be optionality which you have to look into it, because this is ready to eat food items. So that is where something I want to focus on, because that could have some kind of optionality here. And very important is, because I'm familiar with 7-Eleven here in Australia, you can see that you can have the quick courier magazines domestic, so it becomes like kind of a chain, and you can keep replicating it with very cost effective way, which is also a kind of I would say moving towards the standardization from the with the brand, where people want to go into those brand and quickly buy in, rather than going to mall or going to shop. So it becomes like a mom and pop shop. So yeah, so that's all I wanted to cover. This is Shivendra Bhatia from Peaceful Weekend Investing, and I will catch you again in next video. Till the next time, have a great week ahead, and happy investing.